Okay, there's a big emergency. There's this controversial figure called H. Pearl Davis. I think she's some fucking transgender. Sorry. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna assume anything because this world is dangerous and you have to be like super careful. I don't wanna say she's transgender and then be super wrong about it. She's actually a rapper, you know. She does a bunch of songs, man. She tries to get into the rap scene. It's not true. It's not true that she's just a rapper. I don't think it is. I don't actually. She's a YouTuber. Okay, she's a YouTuber, and she got brought up into a show, the Piers Morgan show. What this guy has wrote, what this guy has tweeted really pissed me off. The summary, how I understand it, she made a song that he perceives as being anti-Semitic, but I also know that I won't take her too seriously. I won't take what she says too seriously, because I saw the bunch of shit that she has posted and that she's tweeting. Basically, the way I categorize her as a person who is willing to write a bunch of wild shit, and I also like to reply a bunch of wild shit that I don't necessarily mean. She's basically like a responsive person. When she thinks about something wild to write, she will write it. That's how I understand this character. That's how I understand Pearl Davis. And what I understand is she made a song that he deems anti-Semitic, and he basically, on Twitter, is basically talking shit to her. First notice is he's fucking old, so there's a big possibility that he's just a boomer.
Why can't we talk about without getting kicked off of YouTube? I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I kinda wanna know why. Now there's all these conspiracy theories, and the more they talk, I think maybe they're right.
So the one wild thing that she says is maybe some of the like conspiracy theories around the Second World or like about the Jews, maybe some of those conspirations are true. That's like the wildest thing that she said, or at least that's what he shows us. That's what Piers Morgan shows us. And if we have to, we will listen to the full song. I'm pretty sure it's available somewhere. I mean, it's wild, but at the same time, I won't take her seriously. She even laughs at it.
Well, Pearl joins me now, along with the New York author and founder of End Jew Hatred, Brooke Goldstein, over in the States. Right,
I don't understand what the fuck you just said, man.
The New York author and founder of End Jew Hatred, Brooke Goldstein.
NDT Hatred Books? What?
Then I wake up the other day and I see this thing that's trending involving you doing this song. And I couldn't really believe what I was watching. I didn't know, why did you find it funny?
Yo, your jaw dropped? Like you couldn't believe it? What couldn't you believe?
You deleted it. You obviously thought you shouldn't have posted it. Mm-hmm. Why did you do that?
Why did I delete it, or why did I post the song?
Question.
I mean, the point was more about cancel culture and people getting kicked off of social media if you finish the song.
Okay, let's finish the song right now.
But I can't even listen to the convo. I can't even have the conversation without getting canceled by the left and the right. Why can't we talk about without getting kicked off of YouTube?
The central part seems to be cancel culture so far.
Oh, really? I'm not.
It's not about like Hitler is right, but it's more like I just can't talk about it and I can't listen to people talk about it. We're not allowed to talk about it. We're censored. That's the point, it seems.
Trying to be rude, but why can't we talk about I didn't say it.
I would say the primary reason of this video is not to like complain. Maybe it is, but I would think it's just like to make a joke, right? Satire. The joke is that not being able to talk about it is censorship. I don't give a fuck about this theme, about this subject, so I don't really know how much touchy it is. I mean, the Second World War, yeah, it's fucked up. But all the Jew thing and like the Jew jokes or this or like Jews are controlling the world, like I don't really give a fuck about that.
I don't really have a strong opinion either way.
And it seems like she says the same thing here. To me, especially when she says that, I would think my point is right. She's just making a song or a parody song just like all her rap thing. It's just to make the song or to make a rap, you know, and have a team around it. And like, I don't think she's actually like fighting for something. I take her account as a parody account, which maybe sometimes says what she means, but you don't know that, you know. Don't jump to conclusions. I always prefer to have the safe approach. Don't jump to conclusions, man. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't take everything at face value first. Wait, I actually want to know, is she trans or not? Look at it. Look at her Twitter profile here. I am transgender and transphobic at the same time. See, it sounds like a parody, man. Like, I don't really take everything seriously.
I mean, Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist. He's a Holocaust denier. He said afterwards that you had dropped a diss track on the Jews, which he clearly took to be something which was, you know, mocking Jewish people.
So is his response like, oh wait, so your song is a parody? Well, I think it's bad because Nick Fuentes said something that is bad, and we know that Nick Fuentes is a bad person. So you making a song and Nick Fuentes complimenting the song. I don't know if she and Nick Fuentes are close or any sort, like if they have like a connection or whatever. Basically, is this gonna be like a dumb argument here, or what's that? What the fuck is he saying?
He clearly took to be something which was,
he clearly took it
mocking Jewish people.
Mocking Jewish people. So everything that she sings about or raps about will be mocking something, right? When she gives any like praise to Hitler, yeah, it does sounds mocking. But this mocking is directed towards like the fact of being censored, really.
The point of the song isn't like I really have an opinion on the matter. It's more, I don't think we should ban people off of social media. So far so that I don't even, like, I think it should be illegal to ban anybody off of social media unless they're inciting violence. That was the point of the song.
So here she says the point of the song was not to take side or to, yeah, express a position, but against like censorship itself, right? That was her position. It was not like, oh, Jews are bad or whatever, which is exactly like why I say you have to play safe before jumping to conclusions. Is it that hard to navigate the internet? I don't know, man, but yeah. Oh, but then you can also put the argument of, oh, she's a content creator, she's a social influencer. Yo, fuck off, man.
But just to be clear, what are the conspiracy theories surrounding Hitler, which you feel, the more you hear them, the more you're interested in them?
Now he's trying to get super specific, like, okay, conspiracy theories, okay, so what conspiracy theories? And then what, will he go as far as to debunk them right away?
I don't know, because I can't hear them.
I can't hear them because they're getting censored. It's not gonna go anywhere.
You are aware of the big backlash to this and the deep upset.
You're aware how it upsets some people, so how could you not foresee that you're gonna upset some people? And my point will be, anything that you ever say risks upsetting something. This is like a very like weird sphere, like this is like a subject of debate that can go through generations, you know? The debate of, should we really block something off or close something off, like a topic of conversation? Should we block off a conversation? Or a form of entertainment? Or is it like, because it was such a traumatic event, talking about it it's like a sin, you know? It introduces so much ambiguity that I don't even know what to say about it. Like, I don't know if it's just like, if my situation is different, if I'm disconnected or not.
I just posted that song and I woke up and I was like, article. I was like, golly.
Right, but are you sorry?
Crazy.
So you saw it. Are you heartless? Are you a psychopath?
So you would allow Holocaust deniers to have space on social media to promote Holocaust?
Based on what she says, I think yes, but is it wrong? I'm not a Holocaust denier. I definitely think the Holocaust happened, and I would think that if the Holocaust deniers are able to deny the Holocaust, they would just seem retarded, right? They would just seem like so... The best case scenario in all this is that the Holocaust deniers, when they're exclaiming, they would just get mocked themselves, right? They would just get mocked themselves. They will be allowed to speak about it, but they would just seem dumb like the flat earthers. So should flat earthers be banned? I guess not, because it's not as like such a traumatic experience as a Holocaust is. So again, it's all about emotions, man. The Holocaust, it's about emotions, and it's about the fact that there was a lot of casualties. Should we deny talking about all wars then? Or should Holocaust be the special thing because it like touched so many people? Like there's so much ambiguity. See, I'm diving into this and there's already much ambiguities and I don't even like to talk about this.
I don't want to have any conversation. My lane is feminism. That's what
Well, you're
I'm
singing
talking
about Adolf Hitler.
Can I finish?
Yeah, but you are singing about Hitler.
Okay.
So you do want to have that conversation.
I want.
Not necessarily to just criticize, it's a critique. The simplest reason why the song exists is because she wants to sing a song and she chose that topic. That's the way I would see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is heart in everything that she sings or raps about, but I wouldn't think that. I don't really take her seriously. And it's from what she says, the only truth about what she sings about is just the censorship part. That's her issue, not her actual position about the Holocaust itself. It is dangerous, like if like Holocaust deniers are allowed to like deny the Holocaust, it will be dangerous if more people believe that it never happened. Then it would like ruin everything that like people sacrificed for or died for. But also by censoring, you also can seem like a bad guy, you know. It's just that people like me who don't deny the Holocaust, they don't give really a shit about Holocaust deniers. They don't give a shit about them. Because our position is clear, right? We're not denying it. But I could understand their perspective of like, oh, yo, we're being censored, you know, like it's not right.
Whatever they want to talk about.
Including Holocaust denial.
If they want to talk about that, as long as they're not inciting violence, I think people.
Of course they're inciting violence.
Now he's talking in extremes. He does like a call to emotion, or I don't know how to call it exactly. He's like, even this subject, the one we're talking about, the one I called you fear, even like Holocaust deniers should be allowed here. And she says, yeah, it's good of her to precise yes, except if they're inciting violence. And he's saying, well, of course they're inciting violence. Holocaust deniers, for sure, they're inciting violence. Very dangerous thing. You see what it does, right? Very fast jump to like conclusion or generalization. I would say maybe it is harmful to deny something that is not like to deny something that is false, to deny the truth. It is harmful. Again, super general, super like abstract. But inciting violence, like that's a big leap. Like of course they're inciting violence. Of course.
Now we have corporations censoring what can and cannot be said. And I think that's wrong. I think that should be illegal.
Well, let me bring.
Again, she clears up her position. You could maybe disagree with her, the way she put this message, you know? You could disagree with the way that she put her message, but now they're just disagreeing about the fact whether you should be allowed or not be allowed to like talk or listen to things that talk about Jews or conspiracy theories.
I don't think Pearl quite understands why the wording of this song, which she deleted, to be clear, so obviously realised this had not played out maybe the way she hoped. The
way she hoped. Or maybe just extrapolating from it, or sure, maybe it didn't work out the way she hoped. She seemed to have an issue when you said that. Seemed like a jab. What the fuck is this person? I forgot she's here. She doesn't understand, so why don't you explain it to her, bro?
Why was it so offensive?
Oh yeah, explain it to her.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
You pointed out where someone like Pearl, who engages in hate speech and
engages in hate speech? Is that true? That's an allegation. That's a very big. I don't know. Could be true. Could be not true. Again, I think she's a satirical figure, but I don't know much. I only care about this topic because I've seen the exchange, and what he tweeted pissed me off.
The crisis is that this is what is profitable now.
But you're supposed to answer the question.
Type of racial incitement is profitable on the internet. And you know, I'm sitting here, I'm listening to Pearl. I don't know if she's just plain stupid.
Oh.
Or she's actually quite intelligent and knows that what she's doing is so sensational that it's going to make her a lot of money.
Fucking boomer talk, man. Dude, that was an insult. Again, Pearl has explained her position clearly. Her issue is the fact that we're getting censored, and she uses this as an example, right? And basically what they say is, you don't understand why it's bad. And she says, yo, her racist remarks and all that, she's stupid, I don't get it.
Pearl will disappear. She will disappear, like many others before her, because this is something that's just a moment in time.
She will disappear. Sounds like censorship again. Like we're gonna censor Pearl because like she says or posts things that are a bit like makes people like feel a certain way, makes people like emotional. Does she incite violence though?
I want to make one more point. I think it's so important.
One more point. Like, will you answer a question?
Especially on this
His
platform.
question.
Hatred
Didn't mean to assume the gender.
is taught. Nobody is born like this. And I talk about it a lot in my book about the dangers of hate education. And it's not something that we can debate, that we can engage in a rational argument with.
So nobody is born with hatred. Hatred is taught. So basically, if she wants to like actually formulate her opinion like a human being, this kind of thing should be censored because it will incite hatred. And because of the Second World War, a lot of people went through a traumatic experience. This traumatic experience was born from hatred. What Pearl is saying with that song is basically, why can't we talk about it? Why are we getting censored? Is it because like they might be right? And she's saying it is very clear that we can't talk about it. But at least she said something that might sound like an argument answering to her. The Second World War was born from anti-Semitism. So now it's a protected subject. But if you like have conspiracy theories questioning that, then there's a chance that there might be hatred spreading around again. We don't want it to happen again. Like again, since they're not giving the clear information as to why, I have to make the conclusions myself, because according to this woman, this chick says that it is clear that we can't have a discussion about, but it's so clear that she won't even explain how it is clear.
There's no rational argument with someone like this, and this is a
someone like this attack on her character.
Mistake that my community made.
Sounds like politicians, man. That's all the politicians are. Now they're just feeding her point, man. They're giving her exactly what she needs. If you believe that this person is an evil person, you're not helping her, because now you just seem like you're trying to shut her off and attack her character.
They think they can bring facts to the table, that they can debate somebody like Pearl, and it's, you know, you're going to get somewhere. You're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, like you're not bringing actually anything to her. This guy, again, before all this, told her, yo, like, educate her, bro. She just doesn't seem to get it. Why don't you explain it to her? And she basically said, I can't tell if she's a genius or if she's stupid. And then she's attacking her character. Then she's saying, it is very clear that we cannot rationally talk about it because hate is not something that is born. Unless she was just saying it just to characterize her, just to say that she hates the Jews. Unless that's what she's saying. And I'm characterizing her right now. I'm doing what she does to her, you know?
This type of bigotry to expose someone like her.
Bigotry, throwing big words.
Let me just
do a
crazy
monologue?
person.
Okay.
Yeah, monologue, exactly. Like the politician talk. Cancel culture, the cancel culture talk.
In the 2 appearances you've made previously on this program, I thought it was interesting. It was controversial in some ways, but actually a lot of people would have agreed with some.
It was interesting, and now you're just attacking her and not actually like, having a rational talk with her. Like, there's no actual argument. It's just like the leaps. Like, how is it not offensive, you know, and all that stuff. And you know, in college or whatever in philosophy, they teach you how to debate, right? You make a point, and then you explain a point, and then you evaluate it on whether your point actually supports it or not. Basically, if you make a point and your point doesn't explain your argument, you're fucked, right? You get a bad grade. And that's like the subject that most people fail, you know? It's like everybody is acting exactly how like the people who falsely condemned Socrates, you know? Don't quote me on that, but all these so-called big people or people who are supposed to be like smart, they're not talking like smart people. They're talking like the enemies. They're talking like the people who get innocent people in trouble. They're talking like leaders, like monarchs that are getting people in trouble.
I am absolutely in support of the concept of free speech, right? But you can't go around telling Jewish people the Holocaust didn't happen as Fuentes. And people like,
that's not what she's saying. So if I want to give him charity, maybe he's talking about conspiracy theories, if you allow conspiracy theories to run. But that's for him to like word it like this, but I don't think that's what he's actually saying.
Fuentes does say things like that.
Fuentes does say things like that, but not Pearl. That's not what Pearl says. And again, right at the start, just like it started at the beginning, it's like, yeah, well, I'm talking about Senator. What does it have to do with me? Oh, well, but Fuentes, no. Fuentes said that about your son. Fuentes said, it's like, What's the connection?
I'm not him. So
You
you're
don't seem
bringing
to-
me
you
up.
don't-
So
what-
it's like
no, but when you
I'm-
when you sing a song
right.
and you talk about
Who
Hitler,
determines what the line is, Pierce?
well, I'm
Who
asking you.
determines? Do you get
I'm
to
asking you.
determine it?
No, I'm
Does she
asking.
I
get
would
to
love
determine
for him to finish his point though, because I was wondering if he's gonna shoot himself in the leg or what.
I'm asking you
Who
to.
gets to determine
I'm
what the
asking
line
you
is?
to work out, and
What the line is, and that's maybe somewhat what I mean when I'm saying like, how do we play the balance between like emotions and actually having the right to talk about something, right?
you're not a
line-
stupid person.
the
When you
line-
say I'm not
Oh, thanks for the compliment. But he's so like grandstanding
saying
right
Hitler
now.
was a good guy, but I want to know why.
I wanna know why. Wait, so is that what happened to the song? Hitler's a good guy and I wanna know why? Maybe what she means by that is that she wanna hear the arguments as to why people consider him a good guy. She might wanna hear the argument. And maybe that argument is what hurts everyone, so that's why they censor it. But what she's saying is the action of censoring it. It makes you look shady, you know? And then you may criticize the fact that you want to hear it.
You don't seem to really grasp why singing that and releasing it to millions of people is incredibly offensive to Jewish people.
Offensive. Well, maybe she agrees that it's offensive.
At the end of the day, Pierce, I don't think it's for you to determine what speech should be allowed and
No,
not allowed.
what about you determine?
Yeah, that's her position. I don't really have a position about it. Like, I don't give a fuck, because this particular team doesn't really touches me, and I think what other people think, and probably like what this guy thinks about the Holocaust, you know? We probably think the same thing. Maybe she even thinks the same thing, but her point is the censorship.
Why did you delete it?
Why did I delete it?
Yeah.
Because it was just a headache, Pierce.
Because you knew it was wrong?
Not because she knew she was wrong. It's just like the emotional backlash. Like it was emotional for her, and that's why she deleted it. Not necessarily because she believed that what she did is wrong.
It's like, it's not the hill I'm trying to die on.
Right, but why did you choose that hill to die on?
I didn't choose this hill to die
You did.
on.
She just made a song and went on with her life.
You released the video.
Bro, this guy is fucking dumb or what, man? Oh, okay, he doesn't call her stupid. That woman calls her stupid. I wanna play my card too. I think this guy is stupid, man. Again, he's grandstanding. He's using those shitty fucking debate tactics. He just tries to like bring her down. That's why nobody likes TV, bro.
You also released 10 different videos about
Yeah, but they're
10
not
different
all
other
basically-
topics that
Yeah, other topics. This is not the hill that she was dying on. She just did her like upload whatever, and then she was like, "Oh shit, this brings so much trouble. Okay, fine, I'll delete it because it brings her headaches." She said it. Like, listen to the people you're talking to, man. For fuck's sake. Now he's the emotional one, and she's like the anti-censorship thing. Like, this is where they clash, you know. And that's why one thing hurts the other thing hurt. Like, what? Yeah, I know.
speak about any.
She keeps repeating her point. I understand her point. He doesn't accept her point. He thinks her point is dumb. It all comes down to like he thinks that some free speech itself can sometimes be harmful, and she thinks maybe it's harmful, but it should be allowed as long as you don't incite violence. They can agree that they don't see the world the same way, that they don't see it functioning the same way. They could agree on that. But this guy just keeps fucking nagging at her, and she insults him, and he somehow insulted him earlier. And I'm gonna insult him.
About Hitler, it's not
If
about
you
the
really believed what you
Holocaust.
did wasn't wrong, you wouldn't have deleted it.
Oh, wow.
Now he's just like acting like this one like parent that nobody likes, right? He acts like some Karen that nobody likes, man. Some boomer, exactly.
Wow.
If no, you shouldn't, no. Again, in a philosophy class, you would fail. Because in a philosophy class, you're actually evaluated on if your points make sense and if they complete each other. Something that politicians don't seem to be good at.
Okay.
Like, even she,
you
like, you
wouldn't
can
have
see, like, I know that she thinks that he sounds ridiculous right now, because he is. He's basically just summarizing her. It's like, who is he to say?
Oh, wow.
All he does is just appeal to emotions.
I am a free speech purist. I think that even bigotry should be able to be spoken in the public sphere. But the problem of cancel culture is not against anti-Jewish speech. The problem is that there's no consequences for it.
The consequences are getting booted, censored.
Private
What-
companies
how are there no consequences?
are,
Okay,
saying that
bro,
companies
I
should
gotta-
do. They should allow all speech.
Yeah.
Is he trying to silence her now?
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, I would just say this to you, Pearl.
Unless it's incitement to immediate violence.
Right, I would say this to you, Pearl.
Wow, is she actually agreeing with her or what? What the fuck? Maybe she's wrong when she's saying, like, there's no consequences when you're speaking about... Like, it seems like she's depicting now another scenario or something.
Pearl.
So we agree.
No,
Wow.
Pearl, I would say this to you in
We're
conclusion.
all on the same
Listen,
team now.
In
We're all-
conclusion, look, you deleted this, so you clearly felt bad about what you'd put up.
Now he goes back to this. Does he cut her off, man. Why did he cut her off? It seemed like she could go on for more. Did he pick up that it sounds like she agrees with her?
The song was about why can't we have these conversations on social media, and why do I keep getting...
About why hit...
Why am I getting hate?
It's a
Would
lie.
we, wait, Piers, would we agree on that?
Listen...
Yes or no?
No.
Listen. I'm trying to, like, make you look bad, whatever. I'll try to make you agree with me this time. But you don't get it,
Yes or
man.
no? Would we agree?
Here's my point.
No, yes,
You haven't
no.
We know your point.
answered my question.
Okay.
I think we know your point.
I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I want to know why. Want to know why what? He murdered 12 million people,
my whole
including
point,
6 million
my
Jewish
whole
people in the
point-
Holocaust.
My
I'm
whole
sad.
point is we should be able to have that conversation.
But
on
whether he's a
social
good guy...
media. Yes, because
He just sounds like a pathetic fuck right now.
it causes more commotion when you're starting to censor people.
I don't agree.
Like, I think that's wrong. I think
don't
it's
agree.
wrong to censor anybody.
She sounds more rational than him. If I'm supposed to hate her or see her as a villain, I see her more as the rational person.
You posted it, you haven't been cancelled.
It doesn't seem rational at all. I feel like if he would invite me on a show, I would expect him to trap me. So yeah, I don't trust this guy. I don't think he has... I wouldn't think he has integrity.